My Buddy Wheels.
Yeah, this is the My Buddy Wheels cycle for kids. It's for kids age 2 to 4. My daughter is 2.5 years old, so I'm going to make it for her so she can play and get started with learning to bicycle, right? To balance herself. So simple to use. So let me open it and show it to you. I'm going to show you the complete assembly and then also do a review with my daughter. Okay, so these are all the parts. This is the main thing, and then this is actually frame of the bicycle, and this is what you have, like a cover that you are going to put in. These are the wheels, the front wheel and the back wheel. Okay, so let me open and show it to you all the other parts. Okay, so these are all the parts, right? This is the back wheel, the front wheel, the main frame and the handle and the seat, and then there's a lot of screws here. And this is the main cover. Wait, can you please hold this? Yes, okay. So first step, right? Actually very easy to make, but very few parts actually. So you want to take this here and you want to just plug it. Notice how it just clicks in, because it's supposed to just go in, right? And this is where the seat will be. So you just want to make sure that you're putting it like this. So you see the My Buddy Wheels. This should be proper. It should not be upside down when you're connecting this thing. Just keep that in mind. But that's the first step. Okay. The next step is you want to put this here. Note this thing will come on the front, right? And then you want to connect this handle here. So it should be like this, the handle. Okay. Next, what you want is you want this. Notice this screw here. So depending on the height of this thing, you need to adjust it, right? So you want to make sure that, notice the hole here. So I'm putting this in and I'm putting the screw in. And then you want to use this here. So basically, let me show you once again if it helps. Put this. Then to make sure that it does not go up and down, you want to lock it, which is why you're going to use this screw. There are two heights here, height 1 and height 2. Only thing is you want to make sure that you do it inside here. So notice the hole here. There is a hole, no hole, now there is a hole. You are going to put this thing here, putting it inside and screw it up, and then use this. Let me just do this initially. I'm going to start with slightly higher height, but I can always make it down to the lower height later when it's needed. Okay, so I was able to fit it in, but let me show you, it's a little bit tricky. Right? It looks simple, but actually it's a little bit tricky. Let me show it to you for a second. Okay, so basically what is supposed to happen is, I want you to understand, right? This thing is supposed to go inside this hole here, but it's even more complicated. I want you to notice this small hole inside. So basically what is supposed to happen is, once you put this thing in, this is supposed to go into this hole, and then into this hole. So even when before you have started to tighten it, this whole thing is inside. I have not even tightened it yet. So just this step itself, it's supposed to go in completely. So what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to put this now that you can see it. So let me put this here. Okay, so notice, what is this here? That means it's not gone inside yet. So I need to little bit rotate a bit until I can find the right hole. And now you see, I found it. It took me some time, but when it goes inside here like this is how it should be. At this point, you should start tightening it. So if you start tightening before this, then it won't work. So you need to be at this stage to actually start tightening it. Up until this just goes inside. So yeah, definitely this is the trickiest part I have found in this whole installation. Okay, so notice this big screw here, right? You want to unlock it. So yeah, unlock it, right? Now the big screw is ready. Okay, next I want you to see these two small things here. You want these here, one on each side, right? Hopefully you can see this better. So let me just turn it around so that you can see it. Yep, on one side. and then you have the wheel. Okay, so notice the 4 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is the screw that you are going to use to tighten it. Okay, so now let's start the first step, right? From this side I'm going to start putting this screw in, right? Notice what I'm doing. I'm going to start putting this screw in, but I'm going to wait for a second. I'm going to put this rod in here first. Okay, next I want to put the wheel here and make sure that this goes through the wheel. Okay, and notice I had to adjust it a bit, but it eventually came out on the other side. Next I want to take the other side, this part here, and put it right here. Okay, little bit tricky. And get it out from the other side here, right? And then from this side I'm going to start putting the screw in. Okay, now let's tighten it. Okay, now I want you to notice they have given 2 of them, right? So why? Because on one side I want to hold this using this screw, and then the other side I want to tighten it. Now you can use any side to move, doesn't really matter. Just make sure they go in the opposite direction. Okay, this is tightened, right? Notice the wheel still moves freely. Okay? Okay, so I want you to quickly see this, right? Screw from one side and screw from the other side. The 2 smaller things in between the wheels, and then the wheels in the center, right? Next you want to take this and to make this loose, separate it. Okay, next you want to take the seat and put it inside here like this. Put it all the way inside, right? You can adjust the height, but for my daughter, she's small, so I'm going to put it all the way inside. You can adjust the height depending on the one that you want. Then, okay, so this is the lowest, but for demonstration let me move it one height above. Okay, and you want to put this from the back. Let me adjust to make sure. Okay, the hole is now visible. Okay, now I want you to notice something. I removed it and it came out from the other side. And on this side, you want to put this thing in here and then start to tighten it from the back. But you plug it in, there will be a lot of gap, but once it is inside and I tighten it, the gap between this brown and this thing will continue to reduce. Now notice there is now no gap here. Okay, next we are going to put this suit on top of this. So the first step, right, you want to unzip it. You also want to unzip the here. You want to unbuckle this. So basically almost like you're separating it, right? Okay, next. Okay. Yeah, separated it completely. Now we are going to start putting this thing in. Okay, so notice I have separated it completely, and now I'm going to start putting it in on top of here, like this. Right, now let's look at the next step, and notice this zipper here. This is like a jacket zipper, right? So what you want to do is you want to put this thing in here, like you put it in a jacket, and then close the zipper. Yeah. Okay. So you notice how this acts like this. Now I want you to notice something, right? This is the head and this is the body. Notice this golden hook, and then there is a golden hook on top of here as well. You want to basically connect the golden hook inside the golden hook here, and same on the other side as well. Notice the golden hook and the golden hook. So you want to connect the golden hook inside the golden hook. So we have done it. Okay. The next I want you to see on the front leg. Notice this button. I want to unbuckle it, and you need to stretch it. And basically, you notice this gap here. This thing will go inside this gap. So yes, you do need to pull it. You need to pull it significantly, right? A little bit difficult. I'm being honest here. Okay, so yeah, basically you see after I pulled it, it went inside. And now you want to tie the button in here. So the button that is just unhooked, now you want to connect it. Okay, this is a little tricky, definitely tricky. Okay, so I wanted to notice I connected this and I put the button in here. Hopefully you can see this here. Same I'm going to do the other front leg here. Next, so I connected both the front legs. Next, I want you to notice this here, the zip at the bottom. Once again, like a jacket zipper. Tighten it and then connect the button. This on the bottom side. Okay, so we have completed a lot of stuff here. The seat and everything, front part, everything is connected. Now, okay. Now next, same for the back legs here. Notice this here. There's a button. You need to unhook it and then connect this inside. Same as what we did for the front legs. Not at all different. Right? And then connect the button. Let me turn it around. Okay, so this is a horse scooter. Okay, the whole thing is ready. One thing to note is that on the one of the sides here, the button was broken. So it's open, but it does not really matter. So yeah, okay, Viti, can you please go? Yes. Yeah. Notice she's still learning, but it's very soft and it's not heavy. Yeah, don't give up. Come on, you can do it. Yes. Come on. Hey. Come on, sit down. Sit down. Don't just walk, sit down. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. Really nice, and the fact that it's very soft is also nice. They don't get hurt, or less chance of getting hurt. That's simple to use. And once they start using it a little bit, they learn to keep it down safely and also use it safely. Vitti, can you please say bye-bye? Bye-bye, thank you.